Good evening, ladies. How are
Hi.
you?
Hey, how's
Hi.
everybody?
I am doing well. I have that. I have some different glasses on, and now you know how you pay extra so you don't see yourself in your glasses, that glare. And I didn't do that with these glasses, and I wish I had, because now when I look straight ahead, I
Oh, I
can.
didn't even know about that. I'm saying yes, but I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, you can pay extra so that you don't get that glare where you see yourself in your glasses. You know how you know what I'm referring to?
I don't normally, even in any of my glasses, I've not paid extra. I've not had that experience.
Yeah,
But see, you don't see it, but I see it in your glasses. I see myself in your glasses.
Right. Yeah. You can see me and I can see you.
Right, but you can pay for that not to happen, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't have it with my other glasses.
what do
I don't.
they call that,
Okay.
Chris? Is that like glare
I
proof?
don't. It's called. I forgot what it's called, but yeah,
Okay,
you could pay
okay,
for that. It just
okay.
costs a little bit extra. But anyway, ladies, so listen, we have two wonderful, actually, hopefully three guests coming up soon. Tammy Spivey, and Vonnie knows Tammy. I and
Yes.
Vonnie were in a class, Women Going Green, what, about 12 years ago,
Absolutely.
Vonnie?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then we have a wonderful couple who just recently got married in 2018, and they are both the wife is over 60 and the husband is nearing 70. So we're gonna have some great
He
conversations.
might not want you telling her age, Chris.
Oh
Too
well,
late.
I've
Too
already
late.
He
It's
might
called.
not want you telling his age.
I've already done it. It's too late.
Too late. Done.
It's too late. Well, that's the whole idea. We want to have them on because we want to understand, how they found each other at such a late time in life. Because we're trying to find that significant. Well, we are sitting, talking about that significant other that we want in our life. So we will do the things that we need to do in order to make that happen. Because they don't. Sometimes they do appear, but sometimes you have to put yourself out there so that they appear as well. So, and I think we've been doing a good job of that, little by little. So we'll just have to continue to do that. So,
Great.
Wendy had a great topic, and Vonnie and I, it's so funny, Wendy. Vonnie and I had kind of touched on this before you had mentioned it. But anyway, so we're going to talk about interracial dating. We want to find out if we're interested in something like that individually. I know Bonnie and I had talked early on, and she was saying that sometimes, when she was living in New York, you were saying, Bonnie, that you and a girlfriend would go to some of the bars
Oh
where
yeah.
white men would hang out, and they would be fine until they started to drink, and then they started to get touchy and feely and whatnot. So I can see that happening, but I think that speaks to the kind of we need to go to. And who sent the list out? You did, Wendy. We need to go to Chops. We don't need to go to let's say Jay Alexander's or something. We need to go to Chops for the type of men we want to engage with, if we want to engage with someone from another ethnicity. So go ahead, Bonnie. Since I gave up a little of your spiel, why don't you start us off? How do you feel about, and interracial dating is not just white men, it's any man outside of your race. Have you ever dated anyone outside of your race? If not, are you interested at this point in your life in dating anyone? And if you're not, why not?
Well, I have dated outside my race when I was younger, and both guys were Italian,
Okay.
and it's something that happens. Well, no, two guys were Italian, I'm sorry, and one was Russian. The Russian man I found to be very, very aggressive
Yes, I would think so.
and bossy. Everything had to be sort of his way or the highway kind of thing. And in New York, we met on the train. We were traveling the same subway at the same time. We'd see each other, and then he started speaking. So, it progressed over maybe a month or 2 months. And then one day he asked me out. So I said, okay. So we went to a restaurant. And when I say aggressive, literally he ordered the meal and told me that's what we're eating.
So did
I
you
didn't have a
like
choice.
meal?
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. And he ordered the meal. The meal was, yes, it was for two, but I didn't have a choice in anything. So, we had a couple of drinks and whatnot. And I just found that he was too aggressive and pushy, and it made me nervous.
So that was just one date with him, one date?
That was one,
One and
first
done.
and last, first and
Okay,
last.
one and
And
done.
then another guy, young, nice looking. Oh my God, he was very, very handsome. And I met him at a wedding, and he was nice. And we talked on the phone quite a few bits. And then he asked me out for a date. But what happened was he was a car collector. He was a rich guy. He was very, very well off. And he had a car collection. And he said, so what car you want to ride in? And I was like, oh, I would love to ride in the Jaguar, right? So he said, well, after I pick you up in my truck, then we can go get the Jaguar. And I was like, excuse me? And he said, well, I don't know if I can bring my Jag into your neighborhood where you live. So anyway,
Oh my goodness.
that ended that. And then the final one was a guy that I met online. And anyway, I met him not online, like dating kind of thing. I met him at a realtor and so forth. Long story short, that didn't work out. And I know we don't have much time, so I'm not going to say anything else on that note, but it didn't work out. But what I will say, and today, now, okay, I find that when I am on a dating site and what happened to
I know we lost her. I'm going to text her now, but go ahead.
okay,
Continue.
yeah, so I know now when I'm looking on a dating site and a Caucasian man pops up, I swipe left. So I don't know why.
Like,
Maybe those past dates are still in my brain, and I'm scared to give it a chance at this time.
oh, so you don't think that you would date outside of your race at this point in time?
No, no.
You think you've been kind of jaded,
Unless I'm in,
right?
you know what? I'm gonna say if I was in Europe or someplace like that, it's different. You
Right,
know,
that's
if I'm
true.
in Europe and I'm on their turf and they ask, you know, me out, I would probably go out, but I'm not gonna do it on a website. Let's put it like that.
Hey, Bonnie, this is weird that I'm gonna have to answer this call. It's Wendy calling me, so give me
Okay.
a second. Hey, Wendy. Oh, you froze. You left, but you left altogether, though. Yeah, you're not up there at all. All right, then. Bye-bye. Okay, so she said that she froze. Sorry about that, guys, for anyone that's watching for that little interruption. But I will start, and I will hopefully I won't have to go backtrack too much but I dated a Puerto Rican guy when I was younger, living in New York. And I also dated a Hawaiian guy for a short period of time. And the Puerto Rican guy was around my age, but the Hawaiian guy, I'm saying this low because like my mother hears me, she's deceased, but he was like 10 years older than I was. I think, wait, funny, I think I was like 16 or something like that. So and I would, yeah, and I would date outside of my race. You know, I'm on we talked about this. I am on one of those dating sites right now, and I do get attention from other men from other races, you know, white guys, a couple French guys. But I'm going to be honest with you. If I date outside of my race, you got to have a lot going on. I'm not dating. I'm not dating the blue collar guy. I'm not. You know, that's just in general. But really outside of my race, you've got to have a lot going on for yourself. I'm going to just be honest. It might sound, you know, it's not materialistic at all because I'm not looking for those kinds of things. But if you are coming and you are someone that I'm not accustomed to being in a relationship, you got to bring something to make me feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I'm open to it. I'm open to it. And oh girl, you talk about the Russian guy. I almost dated this African guy, and he wasn't from Nigeria, Ghana. He was from Ghana. And girl, you talk about aggressive. You know what, the Russian guy aggressive. That man was ridiculous. I mean, oh my good, he was aggressive to the point where I was scared.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. I was literally scared. So yeah, you have to kind of, especially if you're doing the online thing, you got to kind of feel these people out online, because men are quick to give you their phone numbers. Hey, give me a call. Well, no, I'm not giving you a call, because I'm not going through the trouble trying to block my number and everything. We need to speak online, and I can tell from your conversation, if you write the word there and you mean there. Wait a second. Let me
See, you're literal like that.
Yeah, wait.
With me, it would be, sorry, y'all, a spelling error. Okay, so that wouldn't make me dumb, but it would make I'd be judged, because it really was a spelling error when I'm really a good person to talk
to. How most people, though, they'll use THEIR. Welcome back, Wendy. Welcome back.
Hey, Wendy.
They'll use THEIR and THERE interchangeably, like they're the same word.
Oh no, they will. I mean, and yes, you'll know, of course, throughout that whole writing segment, it's not just going to be that word. It's going to be quite a few other words. So yes, I get you. But in my case, I'm lazy. I don't want to type. I don't want to think like that. So I want you to get my number real quick.
Oh.
And I'm gonna talk it out. Now I don't have to see you or date you, but we're gonna talk it out. I mean, I think I talked to one guy for, no lie, 4 months.
Really?
Yep, 4 months. We were on the phone, and then we broke up on the phone, and then 4
when you
months
went
later,
sideways for a second,
and we dated.
So Wendy, I was telling Bonnie that I dated a Puerto Rican guy. And I dated this Hawaiian guy, and I was telling her real low, like my mother could hear me, because my mother's deceased, but I was 16. I think he was like 26, girl. but he was fine as hell, okay?
Was he nice? What was it, the age difference? Was it the age difference that
you know what, I was 16. We just played around for a minute. He wasn't taking me seriously. You know what I mean? I thought we were dating. He was probably just playing around with me.
So, he was playing around with you.
What's that? Yeah. So, and then I said that I would date outside of my race, but I'm going to tell you, and I hope this didn't sound, too bougie or whatever, but I'm not dating a regular guy. You gotta be bringing something. If you're different, you need to bring me something different. I'm not doing no blue collar men outside of my race. I'm just gonna be honest.
What about you, Wendy?
Yeah. So let's hear you, Wendy.
Okay. Well, I have not dated. I say outside my race. When I say outside of my race, I think about Caucasian. Okay. I've dated Africans, yes, of course. I have dated Puerto Ricans, yeah, I have.
Okay, so you have.
Yeah, so I mean, I went on a lunch date with a Jewish guy that I worked with one time.
Oh, okay.
And I was so self-conscious, it just was very uncomfortable for me. So I feel like I can now, just being a little bit more comfortable with myself. I feel like I can now.
So let me ask you, were you uncomfortable because he was of another ethnicity, and you just okay. Yeah. But now you feel like you would be comfortable?
Well, we would, it depends on where we are, right?
How long ago was it?
Oh, it was a long time ago, buddy. It was a long time ago. But I knew he had like a crush on me too. So it wasn't like girls' lunch, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I couldn't get out of going the way that he asked me, kind of spurred a moment, like,
Made it difficult for you to say no.
Right. Yes.
I guess my only thing is, and you guys can tell me what, I often think, if you brought someone, especially a white guy, around your family, how are they going to react to the person? And in my case, there's all kinds of folks in my family. I'll tell you right now, all kinds. All right. But that doesn't mean they wouldn't look at me in some kind of way, just because, I have different people of different backgrounds and nationalities in my family. I just still think they would look at someone that they're not accustomed to seeing with someone different, I think they would look at me kind of like, what's going on, with you? And I would feel uncomfortable. Do you know what I'm saying? With the person, I think they would make me feel uncomfortable with the person. I do, you know?
Hmm.
So what do you think? How would your sister and your brother-in-law feel?
Oh, well, they would be fine. It would be more of a public, it would be more of the public kind of
Right.
the looks, that you got in. Because I think that you do see mixed couples in Atlanta. Of
A
course you
lot.
do everywhere, right? But at the same time, this place is very racially polarized, don't you think?
Yeah, it's racially divided. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Vonnie says she's done with that. She's not dating outside of her race anymore.
I said if I was in their country, if I
Oh
was
yeah,
in
that's
Italy,
true. She
if I
did.
was in Greece, if I was somewhere in their country and they asked me out, I don't think I'd have a problem with it.
Oh.
I said I don't think when I'm online nowadays and I am, when you get the picture, this white guy, Caucasian guy, he likes your picture, he likes, you two have something in common. No, I don't stop there. I keep going.
She said I swipe left.
Yeah, I swipe left. I've
Okay.
not had that.
I've chatted in that situation. I've chatted.
I've
Yeah.
not.
Have you? Wait, you know what? I did too, guys. And I think this guy was catfishing me. We talked, and now that I'm thinking about it, he said he was in Alaska. This was a fine white guy, guys. He had muscles and everything. He looked like he could be a lumberjack or something, or in Alaska working on a ship. Well, we must have talked for about 6 months, all online. So that's why I thought I was really being catfished, because then I actually found it, because I started doing detective work when I talked to somebody more than 2 months. I started. So I found another picture, picture of him just by happenstance. But see, that's how things happen. When something's not right, something will come up to show you that it's not right. And it was this guy living in Houston. It looked just like him. I put the pictures together and I know it was him. I didn't even confront him about it. I just let that go. But we talked for about 6 months, literally. And he was literally getting ready to come to Atlanta, and he wanted me to go out to lunch with him. But
so he said.
Exactly, he was probably leaving Houston. Okay.
Have you guys ever seen the show Catfish?
Oh yeah.
I never watched it. No.
Oh, I watched it. There are so
very interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting.
That's what happens. I mean, they just kind of keep stalling and something keeps happening.
The women, see what happens to me, what upsets me is that the women on Catfish they engage themselves to that person. In other words, they don't see anybody else, they don't talk to anybody else. Years and years go by, they're still dealing with this person online. Okay. And when they get to the guys, they've already known the guy for over a year or so, sent pictures, I love you, everything except meeting. And every time it's time to meet, look, the first time you stole me, then I got a problem. I'm going to ask you, which I did with the guy that I was talking to for 4 months. I asked him, I said, you catfishing me or something? I mean, why is it when we get ready to meet, something, happens, and he actually didn't like me saying that. And then, like I said, we broke up online.
So did we. I just kind of stopped texting him. Hey guys, I got a question for you. Do you feel like if you were to go out with a white guy, your expectations of how he treats you, where he takes you, what he spends on you, do you feel like that would be a different expectation than you would have for a black guy?
I do.
What about you, Wendy?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I thought about that when you said that before, the comment that you made about they would have to be different, no blue collar. Right. I thought about that. I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm with you, Vonnie. Yes.
Yeah. I think I would be expecting more.
Yes, my expectations would be a whole lot.
But his personality, if he has a good personality, his personality could win over what my white expectations are. Okay.
Right, exactly. So, I agree with you. But I definitely would go in there.
You're gonna have to have a great personality.
No, I know, but it's just that your expectations when you go out with somebody, anybody, okay, let's say anybody, and you have sort of expectations for them, open the car door, pull the seat out.
Yeah, I'm
um,
expecting all of that.
yeah, that
All of
kind
it.
of thing. Chivalry, all on top of chivalry. But let's say the person is not that person, but he comes out with this great personality. You're laughing, you're enjoying yourself, you feel like you've known each other forever. Then those expectations could go out the window. In my book, that's not one of our what were those things we had? Things I could live without or whatever.
Right.
In other words, in my mind, I'd be like, okay, he's not to open the door, he's not to pull the seat out, but damn, I like going out with him, so that's my deal.
And you know what? And that's where the difference comes in, because the personality of the person's character, like you said, can change how you feel, and those things don't. They become inconsequential at that point. You know, you're seeing them, and maybe that's how the feelings develop, because you start seeing a person for who they are and not
Start seeing the person
not.
for who they are. I
Yeah.
think that when you get to that point, you don't see them as this white guy anymore, with whatever those preconceived notions
Wendy,
were that you
Wendy,
had.
Yes,
I think
yes.
I'm gonna always see him as a white guy.
Well, it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like this. Have you ever dated anybody that was not so attractive, but then when you got to know them, they started looking better?
Yeah,
No, when I
yeah.
got to know them, they were still not so attractive. I just was able to enjoy their conversation more.
I don't know, because I see something. Let's say, like, let's go outside of this box, and let's say artists, singing artists. Some
Right.
of them started out like some ugly ducklings, and they have rose
They
to,
blossom.
you don't see that person anymore. You see that new person that they have become. You
Right.
know, so it can
You see
happen.
their heart, you know what I mean? You see their personality, you see their spirit. You know what I
I'm
mean?
still gonna see
Yeah.
the white man.
Okay. Well,
But
anyway.
yeah, I'm with you. I'm always going to see him as white. That's look. Let me, jokingly, all jokes aside, I went out with a guy who looked white. Okay, me and Donnie, we are still friends today, forever. Okay, but I remember how my family kept saying, my family and my friends, because I don't really have family like that. So mostly it's my friends, and they kept saying, "Who's that white guy? Who's that white guy in the picture with you? What you bringing that white guy to the
And
party?"
didn't that make you feel some kind of way though, Vonnie?
Right. And he was black. And I kept saying, he's not white, he's black, but they never, ever. So, yeah, if it was truly a white guy, then that's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to be with
Yeah,
me.
and you
I
feel
don't
some
care.
kind of way about that. You start to feel uncomfortable. And then
It is.
you might end a relationship with someone who may have been a very good prospect.
No, I'm never ending anything listening to the people around me. You can forget that. I
That's
will
what I'm
lose friends.
saying. I mean, you
I,
gotta be a
yeah,
little bit more secure with that.
yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah. I would
If
lose a
you're
friend.
gonna do it.
That's true. That is very true. So, ladies, we are down to 9 minutes, but we still have some time to. Hey, everyone out there, please, we need for you to like, subscribe, share,
Yeah,
do all of
please.
the above. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Let me add something real quick, Chris, since I missed a
Sure,
few minutes.
please
I
do.
heard some sisters that were they had a little podcast, very intelligent sisters talking about interracial dating.
Okay.
And their perspective, one of their perspective was so different. I thought, wow, that is very interesting. She said she would not date a white guy because she was building a legacy. She was working toward building a legacy, and she didn't want to leave that legacy that she built to any other
Race.
Anyone outside of her race.
outside
Yeah.
her race. Yes. And
And
I
I
thought,
can,
okay.
and I can understand that if that's important to you, especially if you have children, and or you may have an extended family where you have younger brothers and sisters, where I could definitely see that. So yeah, it's I always want to ask someone that's been in a relationship with someone outside of their own race, how was it, or do you still have challenges? How are you when you go out? Do you ignore people? Is it hard? Is it difficult? Does it
Is it a constant battle? Yeah.
exactly?
Mhm.
I don't know anyone. I think I'm gonna have to get to know someone so we can bring
Yeah, I
someone
don't know
on
anybody
here.
either. But if I meet
Interracial
somebody, I'm
couple.
sure I'm going to ask them to be on the show. I'm going to ask them
Yes, please
questions.
Well,
do.
I think that the girl that we had on last time, what's her name? Bree. What was her name? Bree.
Ray.
Ray. I think Ray, being in the military, has undoubtedly had that some interracial relationships.
Oh, you know what?
Might have.
I'm going to ask her because you're right. She may have. I mean, you never know.
That's kind of a part of the culture as well.
Yeah,
Right.
that's probably
Right.
true. That's probably
Yes.
true. Well, it looks like we're all still fairly open to dating other
Yes.
individuals. I think so. And you know what? Like you were saying, Bonnie, a person's character, their heart, when all that shines through, it does make a difference. But I think that for a while, my expectations would still be higher. I don't know. I'm just feeling like that. They would still be higher. I expect a whole lot more. I know. You might even need to bring me some roses of 2 bouquets on the first day. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God. But I will say that the white guy I dated, he did bring gifts. He came with gifts and, was like, oh, looks like, but what my problem was, he just felt like he was a mafioso guy and he felt like I needed help. So I felt like I was a project for him. you
Oh
know
yeah,
yeah, I can get you out of this neighborhood, because remember I met him real estate because I wanted to move, and I lived in
right.
Bed-Stuy, and I lived in a beautiful brownstone on a beautiful block in Bed-Stuy. When he came, he saw Bed-Stuy that white people hear about. He
Exactly.
didn't see that it was beautiful, it was quiet, it was nice. It's Bed-Stuy, do or
Right.
die. He didn't see that. He saw it like a project. Yeah, I can get you out of this neighborhood. I can find you in a better
Okay, okay,
neighborhood.
okay, buddy. Not to cut you off, but doesn't Biggie talk about Best Die? See, I don't know.
Yes. Biggie was from Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
No, he wasn't from Bed-Stuy. I lived in
no,
Bed-Stuy.
no,
He lived.
wasn't Biggie from Bed-Stuy?
Oh, Biggie
Yeah, Biggie
Smalls.
was from
Yes. Oh,
Bed-Stuy.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. They have all kinds of monuments and
Yeah.
things up about him.
Yeah, Biggie was from
Yeah.
Bed-Stuy. Well, because see, in New York, it's back in the day, it was like that. You would have a block that was totally different, and you can go down another block and it's totally different. Uh,
Okay.
that was real prevalent in New York because I lived in Fort Greene, where Pratt Institute is, Vonnie.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
right around in that area where Pratt Institute was, DeKalb Avenue, because
Exactly.
when I lived there, Spike Lee still lived on DeKalb Avenue.
Right. Exactly.
So I mean, he
But I
still
mean, us do or die Brooklyn people, we know what Brooklyn is about. And it's never been as people said it or thought it. I mean, like you said, there are some areas that were. But long story short, this white man looked at it as if it was dirt. The other guy looked at it like, I can't bring my Jaguar on the block. Come on now. I can't.
but the
I'm
sad but the sad thing is, Vonnie, they just assumed that you were uncomfortable there.
right.
You
Yeah.
know, they
Yeah.
just
They like
assumed
wanted
that.
out of poverty. I guess they thought poverty. When meanwhile, I tell you, the first white guy, I was designing and had an oilcloth raincoat that I won a prize for designing, and he thought I couldn't afford anything, and he bought me a raincoat. You know, no.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm just saying those kind of incidents happen to me. So maybe that is what makes me continue to swipe left, and not try.
Well, I really haven't chatted with anyone in any kind of detail online. So we'll see how that goes. Because I've been swiping left a lot as well. Funny, I won't lie. Because yeah,
Why don't we make it a deal to talk to one, all of us, and come back in a
I'm
couple of months
already
and see what
there.
we.
I'm there.
yeah.
Okay, so
So,
your experience, okay?
all right, so we'll make a deal.
Okay.
So we'll do that over the next but when we come together next time. So that's 2 weeks because we're every 2 weeks. So we will have a conversation about that. just to see how that works out. So no more swiping left on.
Okay.
Well, once again, everyone, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about interracial
Yes,
dating. And if you
yes.
are in an interracial relationship, we would like to hear from you. We love to have you on love to have you on the show. I think it's wonderful that we can get together as people and be together as people, because it's one world and we should be more homogenous than we are, unfortunately. So we all just
Love
have
it,
to
girl.
get to that. We all just have to get to that point and get rid of our stigmas and stereotypes and inhibitions.
Exactly.
And all that stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm willing to go there. So I'm going to next 2 weeks, I'll come back with a great conversation. Might even have a date.
Okay.
All right, ladies. Once again, everyone, please leave us a comment, subscribe, share. We definitely want you to share the commentary, because we're not the only women who are at this stage of our life still looking to be in a serious relationship with the right person. So, Vonnie, Wendy, you guys have anything else you'd like to say before we say good night?
Just good night and be safe out there.
See you next couple weeks. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, guys, remember, like, share, and leave us a comment. Have a good evening.
Bye.